Hey y'all, how you doing? So, I just want to ask, what happened here?
Alright, we're gonna go straight up, see what happens.
Personally, I would like to see more of this. Maybe a little bit more of that. Unfortunately, the end result is this, but we would definitely want more of this. And definitely this. Maybe a little less of this. So what's the next move? Well, I'm about to show you.
Okay, so a quick overview of what we've been doing lately and how the rebuild has been going. I wanted to give you kind of a close-up of what was going on here, so you can make fun of my soldering and my wiring. Look, soft serve. Anyway, I slotted the ESCs within the body. They are ventilated, so they will get air from both sides, and the capacitor will have a chance to cool on its own up here. It will be secured down, so don't worry about that. This motor's dead. It has to be replaced, so we're going to replace that one. I did use a spectrum analyzer at the voltage which the motor started through iNav individually. And I noticed that 2K was an optimal spectrum to get out of the sound of each motor. And if they deviated with the same voltage, then I knew there was something up with that motor. This one is pushing a high 1K and 2K, so I know that this one has some drag on it. This one's good 2K, this one's a good 2K, this one was low 800s. So it was just done, and you could hear the clicking in the last video. So, without getting too much more complicated than that, basically I'm running the same 6,000 milliamp LiPo battery on there. It's a graphene battery. It's done pretty good. It hasn't swollen. During that last crash, went right through the front. Didn't do too much damage. GPS is doing okay. It's not bad. Could be better, but it's all right for what it is. That's that iFlight M10 version 2, and we are running these ESCs. These are the iFlight E80, and they are 100 or 80 amp, 100 amp burst, and they, as you see, they have those huge capacitors on them. Almost unnecessary. This Radio Master EVP V3, or I think, did I say that right? ELRS receiver, which will go on the hood, of course, that I'm making. And as always, a SpeedyB F405 wing. Basically, just signal wires come from that to that. On the flight controller, and then I steal 12 volts from the outputs on the power distribution board to the flight controller's power distribution board, and then I take a telemetry wire from this ESC to, this power distribution board to the power distribution board, or I'm sorry, the RX input on the UART6, I believe, for the telemetry, which gives me the telemetry through the ELRS of the battery voltage here, and at least lets the flight controller know what's going on down here. So that's good, because the ESCs can communicate through that PDB, even though I jumped it to another PDB. So I just wanted to give you an overview and let you guys see what is really going on. We are waiting for another motor. They do come from China. I probably should just order like 100 of them because they are balanced fairly well at the company that they're created. I wish there was more local companies that made these that didn't sell, EDFs that cost, 800 for a set. I want to go up to, the goal is to take this design here, kind of thin it up, widen it out, place the motors a little bit farther apart, and go for 90 or 120 millimeter, and then run that off of 12S and see how we do it. 90 millimeter, probably 6S to 8S. 120 millimeter, we'll go with some 12S and some beefy ESCs. Definitely D-Shot 600 is what I'm running on this. That seems to be good for the response time for this. So everything's working out well so far. When that motor comes in, we'll get everything up and running again, and we'll see if we can actually fly this thing without crashing living crap out of it. But until next time, I hope you've enjoyed these videos so far, and we will keep producing more and more and more for you. And I am still working on the Cuddy Black and the X-Wing Fighter, so stay tuned for more progress on those coming soon. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Do it now. Thank you.
They call me a god.